For the user interface that we're going to build, we're going to have it at corbel.com/met/login.html, and this is going to be the login page for users. A similar one would be built for the admin area because I'll be using different credentials to log in for the admin, and then also because I will have the admin interface will be slightly different. If you want to utilize the same login page, that is fine with me, but they will be different interfaces once we get in there. So this is going to be the user interface. So just sign in, and here I'm going to see the different details where they can come up here and see their username and log out. And again, this is only for one user for right now. So while we might expand later down the road, right now we're only concerned about one SquareUp.com user. So there's just a couple of links here to different websites, the Metropolitan Museum, Corbel, which is my business, and then Square, which is where we're getting the data from. And then this data center link just shows us that we are on this page currently. So these boxes will expand and contract. I built this using Twitter Bootstrap, so that's what it's based on. Here I'll have the user enter in. So this is, I'm looking at this as the user right now. They would enter in their information for their Square account so that we can store it and know how to log into the Square website for them. And then of course they would type in their password here. They've got to enter it twice so that it ensures that they enter it correctly, and then they would hit save changes. So that way they can log in at any time and they can just change this information if should they need to change their account for any reason. Over here we've got the FTP account information, so the FTP host name, again the password, and if you need another field, I believe you might need a folder field, we can add that as well, and then they would save that, same idea. This is, I wanted them to select their current time, so basically just have this populate with whatever time it is in their, or different time zone options, so that they can select whatever time it currently is in their time zone. They can select it, and then that way the system will know exactly what time they are sitting in their time zone, and then they can select what time they want their data to run every day, 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30 a.m. So that would populate all 24 hours of the day, with every half hour should be in that list. And that way they can select they want it to run every night at 2 a.m. And then, since there were 4 files, we can select either do all 4 files, or maybe they only want 3 files or 2 files or whatever it might be, and then they can save their changes there. Now there will also be times where they need to come in here and they need to run the data manually. So if the job failed last night, they want to run it manually, what they're going to do is they're going to type in their begin date and their end date, and then whatever those might be, and then again select which files to run, and then they would click run now, and that would kick off the process manually rather than on the schedule basis. It won't affect the schedule basis. The schedule will still run on schedule, but they'll be doing it once manually right now. And then for those email notifications that are in the project requirements document, they might have multiple email addresses to send that to. So every line here, and whatever is easier for you, if it's easier to do it with separated by commas or whatever it might be, but a way to add multiple email addresses for the email notifications. And then over here there will be a text box, and they should not, right now I have it set so they can type in it. Truthfully, they should not be able to type in it. What this should do is just display the most recent log file. So we should have the most recent log file showing here, and that about covers the user area. Now if we went to the admin area, it's going to be very similar with a couple of slight changes. So when I get here, you see it's a different account over here. It's the admin center. So slight changes in the text. I'm going to see whatever the user's typed in as their email address. I'll see it. Their password will show up as the asterisk, so I can't view their password, but this way, this gives me the ability as the admin to change their password as well. And like I said, it's only for one Square account, so it's not a problem. Same thing with the FTP. I can also change their schedule. I can see, this should populate as whatever their schedule currently is. I can change it if I need to, and then I can also run their data manually should I need to, and then I can have email notifications. I can either check to have them sent to me or not to have them sent to me. And again, I'll see the most recent log file as well. So that covers it. I'll log out. That's how the interfaces should work.